Yo, welcome back to the Markov method. If you made it here, it means you've passed lesson 1. Nice! You already run your first C# program, and now we'll get comfy inside our coding home, Visual Studio. So if you remember, this is Visual Studio. Think of it like a smart notebook for programmers, but with superpowers, of course. On the right side, you've got the Solution Explorer. It's like your table of contents. You click stuff, it opens, very simple. If you double-click a file, you can edit it. All your code files, your configs, assets, everything that you will build will live here. It's your project's brain and backpack. Here's where people get tripped up. So this here is a solution. It's like a folder full of projects. It's the whole house. And this right here is a project. It's like a room in the house. Usually, it's where your app lives. So if you right-click here and select Open Folder in File Explorer, you will look at your computer. The files that you see in your File Explorer will actually match the stuff in the Solution Explorer. The same files, the same folders. One catch, you might have a bin and obj folder here. Ignore those by now, I will explain them in the future. This console app template is fairly new, and Microsoft had simplified it way too much. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing to work with, but not so cool when learning. Honestly, it skips over too many important concepts, so let's handle that. If you go to this link over here, you will reach this page from Microsoft. You scroll down until you find this piece of code. On the top right corner, you have this button, Copy. Press it. Go back to your console app, Ctrl-A to select everything, Ctrl-V to paste. And voila, you have the old console app template. This console app template is better for understanding how code flows, namespaces, methods, variables, everything works. More structurable. And so this is the one that we are going to use. Are you unsure that this does the same thing as the other one? No worries, just press play and see. And here you go. Now it's time to get into the real stuff. Let's talk about variables. The first big tool in your C# toolkit. A variable is a little storage box in memory where we keep data. You give it a name, assign it a value, and boom, your program now remembers things. So let's make use of it. Go to this exact line here, and after the curly braces, press enter. And now type the following: string, space, name, space equals, space, quotation mark, and write Prof. Markov, quotation mark, semicolon, enter. In this new line you type int space age equals 99, semicolon. On the third line you mark bool is cool equals, let's mark it at true, semicolon. So now we have 3 variables. Let's break this down. A string is for words. Anything inside quotation marks is a sentence, like the definition of a literal sentence. It's used normally to display data in the form of plain text. Int is for whole numbers. In this case it's 99. And note, there are no quotation marks. Bool is for true false. In this case it's like a yes-no switch. There are no other options when we declare a bool. It has to be true or false. And lastly, you see this semicolon in the end of each line? It's like a period in the English language. We call it a terminator. Every sentence in C# has to end with that semicolon. Now let's use those variables. One good way of using the variables is to print data to the users. As we have already seen, Console.WriteLine writes data to the Windows command line, the black box we have seen before. So let's make use of it. First, let's do a little tweak. Let's put a $sign here between the bracket and the quotation mark. This will allow us to use variables inside this string that it's here. You have a quotation mark here and another, so this is already a string. How do we use a variable here? It's simple. We just use curly brackets inside. Let's adapt this sentence. Let's put it like, my name is, and now I want to print my name that is up here. So I'm going to use a curly bracket and I will type name. As you can see, Visual Studio already is helping me saying, look, this variable here is available for you to use. And go here, type name and close the curly bracket. There are no errors. Nice. Let's continue. I'm curly brackets age. So this should type my name is and the value of this variable, Prof's Markov, I'm 99. In a second line, I want to print my cool status. So here, I will press enter and I will type Console.WriteLine and I will again put my $sign here and let's allow Visual Studio to help me get a sentence. Is it true that I'm cool? Is cool. This is Visual Studio suggesting some content to us. Let's take advantage. If you want to accept it, you just press tab. And that's it. Here you have it. Let's see if this works. We press play. My name is Prof's Markov. I'm 99. Is it true that I'm cool? True. That's nice. So between here and here, the computer can do calculations and the variables can change their value. For example, the computer can define that my age is no longer 99 but 144, for example. Or maybe I'm no longer cool. Sorry. So when the time comes to call and print the variables, they will have the last value that they were assigned. So if I press play now, the name would be the same because it didn't change, but my age and this cool status will be the last ones. Let's check. My name is Prof's Markov. I'm 144. Is it true that I'm cool? False. Sad. From my initial age of 99, I reached the age of 144. Maybe somewhere between this point and this point, some computer calculation happened and changed the value because it needed to. And you want to write why did the age changed and how did it do it? You can just / and type in plain English, what are your thoughts? For when you come back and read this code, you know what happened. So my age upgraded to 144 because we need to display a chain, for example. And this line will never be compiled by Visual Studio. This is just for you, a visual reminder, something to read on why things happened. these simple concepts of variables will allow us to build, in the next lesson, a calculator. We are going to build a simple calculator using the concepts of variables and the new concepts like getting data from the user and such. And you will be amazed, you will see. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next lesson.